Hey guys! Today is Thursday, September 24th, 2020. We are working on lesson 4 today. We're going to talk about working from the whole to the part. In our last lesson, we talked about part to whole relationships. We used these rods to recognize this. There were two. The shorter rod represents the part, and the longer rod represents the whole. So it takes 3 of the parts to make the whole. That means one part is the unit fraction 1/3 or 1/3. It's important to be able to think about what the part looks like when we are just given the whole. Now let's look at a problem involving a part to whole relationship. Kari cuts a board into pieces to make a window frame. She needs 1/4 of the board for the bottom of the window frame. Even though she will measure the exact length of the 1/4 part, she still needs to understand what 1/4 of the board will look like before she makes the cut. One way for Kari to think about 1/4 is to use the halving strategy to make fair shares out of a rectangle. Kari could cut the board into 2 fair share pieces. Each piece would be 1/2 of the whole board. Then she could cut each half into 2 fair share pieces. This would make 4 fair share pieces. Each piece would be 1/4 of the whole board. Kari only needs one of these parts, or 1/4. When we compare the part to the whole, we can see that it is 1/4 of the whole. Visualizing the unit fraction based on the whole is an important way of understanding part to whole relationships. That's it for part 1. All right, so this is part 2 of lesson 4. We're going to talk about how we find the part when the whole is a shape. The rectangle on the grid represents one whole. Let's show the unit fraction 1/4 using this whole. Look at the whole shape and visualize what could 1/4 look like. This is one way we could show 1/4. Does this make sense? We can check by dividing the rest of the rectangle into 4 fair share units. There are 4 fair shares and 1 is shaded, so the solution makes sense. Here's another way we could show 1/4. We can check this again by dividing the rest of the rectangle into fair share units. Why are these fair share units? There are 4 fair shares and 1 is shaded, so the solution makes sense. That's it for our video lesson today for lesson 4. Tune in to Schoology to view and get your homework for the day. Thanks, guys.